Okay, it says, I'd like to know how to say who God chose to call. It wasn't the prophet, P-R-O-F-I-T, but the sinner who saw that the promised land holds but one kind of man, the one left behind in the desert sand. And so, you know, this is basically saying that God has a heart for the poor. You know, he's not looking at those making these massive profits. He's looking at the poor people, and it's consistent from Genesis all the way to Revelation that God cares about the poor. Christ cares about the poor. And so, with that said, I'm now reaching out to the churches to ask you to help me with something. On October 29th, in this place here, we're going to bring 1,000 homeless people. And we need churches and nonprofits and mosques and synagogues to come out here and help us feed the homeless. Let's all unite in this cause. And the reason is because right across the road, we have City Hall, the Wilson Building. And Councilman Jim Graham, who oversees Human Services, has said, you know, I see the same 10 homeless advocates out here all the time fighting for the homeless, but if we have 7,000 homeless people, why don't we have more of them out here? And so we've heard his cry, and we're going to get them out here. As it turns out, there's a threat to close 1,200 shelter beds in April of 2013, and we're fighting against that. That might actually be a done deal because they might have found the funding for it, but even so, we're going to keep fighting because we don't just need to save homeless services, we need to actually improve them so as to get folks beyond homelessness, because even before the budget shortfall, homeless services in D.C. were woefully inadequate. And so we're going to fight for real solutions to homelessness, not to simply maintain it, but to actually get folks into housing and into jobs and so forth and so on. So to the churches, I want to say, please contact myself, Eric Sheptock, or Streets, and let us know about your desire to be involved. Churches, synagogues, mosques, nonprofits, I want to reach out to all of you and ask you all to have a hand in this. We're going to need at least 3,000 pounds of food for all the homeless people that we plan to feed here, and that's not even the entire homeless community. If they all show up, we want to feed them all. DC has 7,000 homeless people strong, you know, and so that said, please contact myself, Eric Sheptock, at Streets, and let me know about your desire to be involved.